Hello and welcome back to Archlight Games in Knights of the Old Republic. Apparently that was the roof. Turning the camera is not too easy in this game apparently. Right, well, I realised I actually forgot something back here. If we go back into this computer log, there's these patient life treatments. We've all been treated for severe plasma burns, and last treatment resulted in death for all. Should have a look. There was a lethal dose of sedatives administered to all the tanks. So we were almost poisoned by the looks of things. Well, not much we can really do anymore. Don't have any computer spikes to get in there, so it's intriguing. I wonder what Kira has to say about that.
Yes? What have you found? I do not know. Why did they spare you? Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
You seem to know a lot about these Jedi techniques.
And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
So yeah, I missed that little side quest last time. I think it's kind of important to know that someone did try to kill us while we were unconscious. Well, with that, let's continue on. Fighting along with these pretty easy droids. Oh, a little more damage. Right. Another one bites the dust. Sometimes they drop some things, so it's cheap.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
Crazy old lady appears to be talking to us. Oh, some droid parts there. Hello? What has this security desk got for us?
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, Corda, listen up because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Not much really of importance in there. Just be careful when firing lasers around the place.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Corda and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility's gonna be space dust by the time the next Telos freighter arrives. So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
True.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the Exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility, and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot. I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Corda or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped. I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged, maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Right, so what we learned from that, blasters bad, big boom. That there is an override switch in the main control room. Ooh, some more droids up ahead. There's in here, there's also a a stealth field generator. So we can do some stealthing around. Oh, hello. Looks like there's somebody in the holding cells. Oh, that's the way out. Yeah, and then there's been a lot of damage to the droids and their binary going under binary decay, really. Doesn't look like there's a way into that. Oh. Okay, let's push our way in. Actually, this should be quicker if I equip plasma torch. Or I can just keep missing. Got some ion grenades, that should be good against droids in the future.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives. Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
Right, now she's definitely
Ah, you hear it. It is fate.
Why are you
but
talking
it
to me in
is
the middle
there.
of battle?
It is the Force, you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget. Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
Ah, so we just leveled up. It's actually really doing it, in my opinion, of this level up system. So you were once a Jedi Knight, and having fled from your duties, you lost connection with the Force, and so now the Force is coming back to you. And as you level up, you gain more and more of what you had lost. And start to learn new things as well. So we'll just upgrade our skills that we already have. Get a new power, so now we actually have a force power. What do we want to use? I think there's a very useful... no. That'd be good for sneaking past. Push, that's quite a good one. Stun droid. Very useful for us, I think. There we go. Alright, well, let's see what's in these ones. Oh, there's our stealth field generator. What we can do is put this on, go into stealth mode. Nothing else. Let's have a look. Broken item, droid plates. Right. Oh, yes, you could stop attacking that box. Okay. Hello. Now, really work right now. Uh-oh. Like you. Done. There we go. Should be another one. There he is. So you really stun. He's safe. And attack. We're running low on our force. Stun everything now. That one just faded out of existence. Just clear the area. Oh, hello. One strike. Some more mid-packs, and I believe there was another one that we passed over here. Okay, emergency supplies. Not that we really need any mid-packs, we've been pretty good so far. Yeah. Let us see if this console's able to be used for anything. Activate the security overrides, and that looks like it's gone and deactivated that force field over the door to the holding cells. Now there was somebody in there. Let's go meet him, see what he has to say.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read.
Does that make mine easier?
But you have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
I certainly hope so.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here?
Got a name or just a big mouth?
Atten Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Care to explain why you're locked up?
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
What is this?
Hey, you mean you didn't come here on purpose? I'm shocked. I really am. This slice of paradise is the Paragus mining facility, the only supplier of shipping-grade engine fuel to this corner of the galaxy. Paragus fuel plays havoc with engines, but it gets the job done. As long as you don't mind the toxic byproducts and trying to mine it without blowing yourself up.
Doesn't sound too safe.
Yeah, this asteroid belt is one giant minefield. One proton torpedo, even a stray blaster shot, can start an explosion that'll make the one that shattered Paragus 2 look like a kid's pop detonator.
Paragus 2?
You know the planet with the exposed core you saw flying in? That hole was caused by the first mining station that tried to siphon fuel off the planet. Blew a whole chunk out of the planet and set it drifting out here in a big clump of fuel-cooled asteroids. So the miners drill the asteroids now, not the planet's surface. That's why they don't allow blasters here. Can't trust a miner jumped up on Juma Juice not to fire one stray shot that'll turn the entire colony into a thermal detonator.
This place is deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting.
Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
Your voice changed. Why did your voice change?
The Exchange is a big crime outfit, mostly operate out of Nar Shaddaa. Spice running, gun trafficking, slave trading. Now I guess they're posting bounties on Jedi.
Are they trying to kill Jedi?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the Exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left. What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows? Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
I mean, away since the Mandalorian Wars.
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
I guess. There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malak back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know women.
Well, I wasn't there, thankfully. But I heard what she was like during the Mandalorian Wars, and it sounded like she was quick to wipe out anyone who crossed her.
The males are bad enough. But when a woman falls to the dark side, you better space yourself before they catch you. Look, no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody? Well, the miners can't all be gone. But if they are... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Tell me your plan.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this cell security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out of here.
One thing first. There's something trying to kill the people in the medical bay. Know anything about that?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Just checking.
So you done interrogating me, or are we gonna work together and try to get out of this mess?
I trust you.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Alright, let's go. Slight hovering there.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated. So it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Pazak. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown. Hey!
What's wrong?
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
Because of our repair skill, we actually have an extra little option here. So, wouldn't that be standard procedure in an emergency lockdown?
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
Anything else we can do with it?
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us. We could try, but if the miners were trying to trap you up here and probably kill you, why not call them and chat? I don't think a friendly call is going to wake them up.
Let's see if we can try somebody.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
Alright. Well, this is a good time to stop this episode, so thank you for joining me. This has been Archlight Games. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.